Hi, continuing on with question 1, let's look at a different company. Remember, the cell phone bill on the company that we have is the cost is $10 connection fee per month plus 25 cents for every megabyte used. Part F. Another company offers a cell phone plan that costs $20 per month and charges 15 cents per megabyte. Determine the cost equation and graph it using the same grid. This time, instead of having 2 points, the line is given to us in words. We can look at this and say that cost is going to be $20 fixed costs plus 15 cents times X, where X is the amount of megabytes used. Remember the line that we found in part B, and we graphed that on the line. Now we're going to graph this second cell phone plan on the exact same line. I'm going to do that by finding 2 points. This time, I wasn't given any points, so I'm going to have to find them. Usually, using the intersection point, or when x equals 0, is going to be the best choice. When x equals 0, the cost, or y, is equal to $20. So that gives me the point 0, 20. Let's put that in. Purple. Okay, now let's think about one more point. Here we can choose anything we'd like, but it makes sense to come up with a simple number to use. I've chosen to use x equals 200 here because I think it will be fairly simple. When x equals 200, the cost is going to be $20 plus 15 cents times 200. Put that into a calculator and it comes up with $50. That gives me the point 250. Easy enough to use. 200, let's find 50 right over here. So now we have 2 points. All we have to do is connect them with a straight line. Perfect. Put a bracket there. Now we have our 2 points together. Now what we're going to do is compare our 2 plans. Sometimes one of them is cheaper and sometimes another one of them is cheaper. So let's look at plan 1. If we are going to spend 175 megabytes, then our cost will be $10 plus 25 cents for each of those 175 megabytes, which is $53.75. Plan 2, on the other hand, is more expensive for its connection fee, but cheaper. Otherwise, only 15 cents a megabyte. So when I put that in, I get $46.25. I can kind of see that. Let's look at 175. It's about here. I can see that plan 2 is cheaper. It's lower on the line than plan 1. Let's mark in that plan 1 is in red. Different prices. What's happening here is that if you don't spend any, plan 2 is going to be more expensive. If we don't use it at all, it's a $20 fee as opposed to $10. But if we spend 200 megabytes, it will be $60 on plan 1, but only $50 on plan 2. What we're going to look at is the point at which they're the same. By inspection, looking at this, it looks like somewhere between 80 and 120, somewhere around 100, our 2 plans will have the same cost. When we spend less than this amount, use less data, plan 1 would be cheaper. If we use more data, plan 2 is cheaper. To find that point, what we're going to do is solve some equations. I'm just going to highlight over here in G that plan 2 was cheaper. So what I'm going to do is solve a system of equations. Cost 1 equals cost 2, and I'm going to solve for x. Cost 1, well, that was $10 plus 25 cents a megabyte. I'm going to change colors here to say cost 2 was $20 plus only 15 cents per megabyte. To solve this equation, I'm going to move all the x terms to the left and all the constants to the right. Now I get 25x minus 15x, 15.15x equals 20 minus 10. Notice that I'm leaving all those units in there. That is 10 cents times x equals $10, or x equals 10 over 0.10, which gives me exactly 100 megabytes. That was what this looked like. By inspection, this looked to be at about 100. The cost is the same there. So, in conclusion, if we average more than 100 megabytes per month, Plan 2 is going to be cheaper. If we average less than 100 megabytes per month, Plan 1 will be cheaper. So the conclusion is we're going to take our use patterns and figure out which plan is best.